found out that she was cheating, so therefore she might not be mine.
And how did you find out that Ms. Green was cheating?
But everything that he stated was definitely a lie, and I know you had us sworn in the truth.
This time, Mr.
Nah, that's
Davis
okay.
has requested that the court order genetic
Yeah.
testing. He is challenging the acknowledgement of paternity in this suit. Ms. Green has agreed to the acknowledgement of paternity, but the state does have to object on the record since there is a valid acknowledgement of paternity that was filed and signed by the parties. And with that, Your Honor, I would like to call Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis, you are requesting a genetic testing to be done, correct?
Yes.
And why are you requesting genetic testing to be done for the child?
Bro,
Sir, can you get closer to your device, please? It sounds like you're talking to other people.
Mr. Davis, do you need me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you requesting genetic testing?
Sir, can you get closer to your device, please? I can't understand what you're saying. Sir, can you please get closer to your device?
I'm close, as close as I can get now,
So why are you requesting genetic testing, Mr. Davis?
because the possibilities that she might not be mine.
And what makes you say that there's a possibility that the child may not be yours?
Found out that she was cheating, so therefore she might not be mine.
And how did you find out that Ms. Green was cheating? I'm sorry, can you go ahead and repeat your answer? Through mutual what?
Sir, we can't hear you at all. Can you get closer to the Wi-Fi network or something?
You know,
No.
well,
We might need to reset for you to be live in court.
you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Yes. So how did you obtain this information about Ms. Green cheating?
Mutual colleagues.
Okay. And has Ms. Green ever confirmed or denied these
Never brought it up to
allegations?
her.
Why didn't you bring it up to her?
It's not worth the arguing and all that.
And when did you find this information out?
About a year ago.
Okay. And since that year, have you been visiting the child?
Yes. When she was in jail, I've seen her every week.
And
She got out of jail. Then once she got out of jail, it was a different scenario. She was mad, bitter.
and Mr. Davis, how old is the child?
It's gonna be 2.
He's gonna be 2. And did you and Ms. Green ever live in the same household? When what? When did you and Ms. Green live together, Mr. Davis?
We didn't live together.
Okay. And were you residing together when you and Ms. during the time of conception of the child?
So when we found out, that's when we ended the relationship.
When you found out she was pregnant? Is that what you're trying to say?
So in jail, the relationship was over. She found out she was pregnant in jail. The relationship was over. Been over when she was in jail.
Now, so the child was born December 3rd of 2021, right?
Correct.
So during any time during the year of 2021, did you and Ms. Green have a relationship?
Oh, I'm sorry. So we had a fling. It wasn't a relationship.
You had a
Sir,
what?
are you walking? Can you stand still? Because we can't hear you again.
I'm sorry. I can't stand still. I'm at my job is hard work. Can't stand still. Sorry.
Okay, sir, this is court. You are in court today. We're dealing with legal matters that will affect you. And if you can't focus on court while at work, we're going to have to set you live so you come to the courthouse in the future.
So you will have to do what?
We're going to have to set you in person so you come to the Galveston County Courthouse to handle these matters in the future, because we cannot have a hearing on your concerns if we can't hear you.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay,
Your Honor, may I proceed?
you may proceed.
Thank you. And Mr. Davis, just for clarification, did you and Ms. Green live together in 2021?
No, I was born there. I wasn't living with her.
Sir, are you listening to the questions?
Yes, I'm listening to the questions now.
Is there anything else you need to tell the judge regarding your request for genetic testing?
No, man.
And sir, did you ever try to open up your own case?
So are you driving?
Judge, I think he works as maintenance.
Okay.
Was there ever a case previously open for you to request genetic testing, Mr. Davis?
No, man.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time,
So basically, she had a case open, and she closed it. She never came to court. She said that she wasn't filing on me. She's really doing this because she's mad. It's basically the lady is always in the right, which is wrong. But I mean, I'm a man, so I take that.
Your Honor, I pass this witness. I'd like to call Ms. Green.
You may do so.
Thank you. Ms. Green, did you and Mr. Davis ever reside in the same household?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay, were you residing in the same household during the time of conception of Bella?
Yes, ma'am, we were.
And ma'am, at this time, you are in agreement to Mr. Davis's request for genetic testing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, is there a possibility that anyone else besides Mr. Davis could be the father of the child?
No, ma'am. He knows
And
that.
ma'am, at the time of the birth of the child, were you married to anyone else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the judge before the judge makes her decision on the genetic testing?
Well, Judge, I won't go too much into detail, but everything that he stated was definitely a lie. And I know you had us sworn in the truth. And I can also provide proof of everything on my end, that we was living together, that he was the one who stepped out of our relationship, even when we was together. And I found out a whole bunch of different things. So our relationship ended not because of I was pregnant. He just completely dipped off
I
with a
didn't
whole
want a
bunch
child,
of
and I
different.
told you that I didn't want a child.
Mr.
I didn't
Davis,
cut you off.
hold on. Ms. Green is answering the questions right now. Mr. Davis, you had your opportunity, so please just be patient. Okay.
And as TJ said, he didn't want any kids, but if you didn't want it, how were they conceived? I didn't do it by
I didn't
myself.
want.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
We're not
guys,
I didn't
okay,
want a
y'all,
child by you.
court is not here to solve all problems between parties. We all broke up for a reason, and whatever that reason was, it really doesn't matter to going forward. Or
Yes.
it could matter a little, but regardless of whether you wanted a child, didn't want a child, there's a child. And so we have to address that child. And the issue before me this morning, hopefully he'll call back in.
Yeah, Judge, he previously mentioned that he was low on battery, and that if he were to get disconnected, he wouldn't be able to get a battery until probably noon.
Well, can I further speak if I'm able to?
I
Is
mean,
it related to genetic testing, or are we just discussing your prior relationship?
Well, I guess with like the prior us staying together and everything.
Doesn't
And-
matter. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant to whether you have genetic testing or not. And it's, whatever I decide, even if I concluded you broke up for whatever reason, it has no bearing on anything I'm deciding today. So it's really not before me why you broke up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter why we broke up. In
It matters to you. I'm not saying it doesn't matter in that sense, but in terms of whether or not you get genetic testing today, it really doesn't matter.
because I don't mind giving genetic tests, even though he's just doing it, I guess, just for whatever his reasons are. But he knows that that's not true. Everything that he stated was not true. I can submit proof of anything.
Okay. I'm
that
going to order the genetic testing, Ms. Villarreal. I'm going to order that this case be live next time. I could not hear him. He does not have battery. He does not have a charger handy. I like to accommodate people when I can. I use Zoom a lot, but there's only so much the court can bend, and then
Yes,
it's
Judge.
not court anymore. And I feel like we're on the verge of it not being court in this case because I cannot hear him. Any
Judge.
proof you want to bring to the next setting, well, it'll be live, so you can bring it in whatever form you'd like.
Is there a way that like, do I have to go live as well? Because it's hard for me to, when I have her, I don't know if it was during the week, I don't know if I'll be able to have someone that can, look after her.
Ms. Villarreal, can you accommodate that?
if Ms. Green wants to appear virtually, that's fine. If the judge, Your Honor, would like to just have Mr. Davis appear in person, that's fine. We do
That's
have
fine.
January 10th at 8:30.
Sure, we'll reset it to then.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Green be excused to go back to the breakout room so she can sign the genetic testing order, Judge?
She can, and Ms. Miller, I'll just be aware if he does show on Zoom again, unless he has better connectivity, we cannot have a contested hearing that way. It's just
Yes,
not
Judge.
appropriate.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Green, I'm going to go ahead and move you to the breakout room.